Jonty.
Guys,
First,
do you have all, you got everything you need?
no.
Anything else on the table? Fine.
Yeah. Jonty, the question is that, like, you were coming to India for regularly, like, what the conditions you have seen changes, like, from your playing days to till now? Like, from pitches to the crowds and anything, something like
The
that.
crowds obviously have always been incredible. I think the facilities though across India have just been on the rise. You know, in my playing day, I've seen obviously when India hosted the World Cup in 2011, everywhere there's been incredible facilities. All the different leagues that are coming up, there's a great response from sponsors, from states, you know, ministries of sport giving back to the game. So it's amazing. I think from that point of view, when I played, it was just in the metros that you would have great facilities, and then the rest of, you know, tier 1, tier 2 cities not as much. So incredible to see facilities point of view across India.
Right, Mr. Rhodes, my question to you is, you've seen the Indian domestic circuit because you work closely with the Mumbai Indians players. Who is that one upcoming player, you know, one should keep an eye on? You've seen a lot of them, right? And there is this World Cup coming up. The Indian team is not exactly, you know, there's some lack of clarity, I feel. I'm sure you've been following the Asia Cup.
I think it's get to show what they've got. So in a way, it's a blessing because you've got a big pool of players, but it also can be quite difficult because you're giving so many people an opportunity. So teams, you know, when you're a T20 player, you need to understand your role and you need to practice your role. You can't just be told this is your role.
There are at least 30 players, you know, who can actually fit into the Indian level. Do you think the problem of plenty is actually backfiring when it comes to lack of clarity? Because that's probably what we saw during the Asia Cup, the debacle that happened. So, Rhodes, what do you have to say about that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, from a debacle point of view, I'm not too sure if you consider losses as debacles when maybe you just need to reassess what's important. But with regards to the sort of the amount of players that are available and giving players opportunity, obviously in a World Cup year, it's quite difficult because you want to be able to settle onto a formula within the team and allow that team to play together. So that is the one thing around India with the Indian setup, is that there are such good and talented young players. You know, and to give everyone an opportunity before the cut-off of announcing the squad is quite difficult. So, you know, but they've got players who can switch in, switch on. And for the World Cup, you know, the practice has been done. And if anything, when you lose in a tournament you're supposed to win, maybe that's just a good incentive.
Jonty, thoughts on the match today? The batting started on a very positive note, but in the middle overs, middle order didn't perform as per the expectation, given it was a big run chase. Your thoughts?
Well, I think, you know, as South Africans in my generation, and then the era after me, once the IPL started, we became a lot more accustomed to playing, you know, spending time in India, working on the game with slower pitches. And I think when the ball is still hard in the power play, you have to maximize it, because we know the Indian players, I mean, the bowlers were really good. They took pace off the ball. It didn't turn massively, but it just turned enough, and they bowled good areas. And I think that's, you know, something that we will hopefully learn from and take it on, because, you know, some of the players here, even though they've been retired for a while, it's something that they can do, you know, in their sleep. I mean, I dive for the ball thinking, okay, I mustn't do anything silly in the field today. It's just what you do, you know, what you've been doing your whole career. So I think for us it was good, valuable lessons. Yes, we certainly slowed down. They took a lot of pace off. There's some great bowlers.